Home, home on, you don't want to sing, but that brings up the topic of today, home and places and where we feel comfortable and what we know. Which of course brings up the important topic of where is home? Is it here? Or perhaps here? Or maybe even here? Who are those handsome looking guys? Oh wait, that's right, they're me from the past and me from the future. Anyway, they very much illustrate my confusion between where home is right now, because I'm in sort of that awkward transitional phase where I'm moving out of my parents' house, I'm at school, but yet I don't feel like school is home, and I have an apartment, but I don't always stay here, and it's confusing. Now, if the metric to judge a home is where you sleep most of the time, well, then it's here. But if we go by a percentage of the sheer number of hours in a week, I'd call here home. But if we look at the entirety of my lifetime, here wins. So obviously, there are a whole bunch of different ways that you can define a home. Like, I guess I would call here home. This room, this is my base of operations for the moment, and until that moves, here is home. So yeah, past me is pretty much correct. I'm going to return back to New Hampshire for the summer and in between jobs and all type of stuff like that. It'll be right where I rebase everything out of until probably I get married and have a permanent home. Which may be never, but that's a completely different topic. Anyway, I'm getting tired of all this jumping around, but it has made me think of a funny joke. If a Bajoran and a Ferengi had a child, what would it be obsessed with? Why, the prophets, of course. Yeah, I'll show myself out. Future me can take care of you. Now that all the other Alexes have abandoned me, let's go find a classroom because it's freezing cold out here. Okay, so I couldn't find a classroom, so how about this hallway? This'll do. The point is, when it comes to places, I spend a whole bunch of time in a whole bunch of different ones for a whole bunch of different reasons. The interesting thing, I think, is what I consider home, in New Hampshire. To be home is not where really anything interesting happens. I mean, I have far more fun when I'm here, which is why I'm glad I spend a lot more time here than I used to. Because when I'm at home, I just kind of sit on the computer, maybe talk to friends, or play video games, but I don't really do anything interesting. I mean, I've learned a lot that way, and I've had a lot of fun, but it's not necessarily as interesting. Simply put, while I would consider New Hampshire my home, it's not always quite that simple to put labels on anything. I'm interested to see what Niall considers his home, although he's already filmed his video, so I could probably just ask him. Because he's the only other one, we're within a year of age from each other, and we both are kind of in the transitional state, like I talked about earlier, going from our parents' home to kind of on our own. And I'm curious to see what his opinion on this is. And I know DK has a house, and Kevin has his New York apartment, and that I would very much, I would believe that's what they would consider their homes. Also, we're going to have a special guest tomorrow, and I'm not going to tell you who, because I want it to be a surprise. So look forward to hearing from the special guest. And I will see you next week. Have a good time. Bye. Look everyone, I could create YouTube videos. I've always wanted to do that.